Hello, my name is Craig Mason from MIPIM. This is a new series called Property Influencers, where we talk to some of the top people in the real estate and property market. I'm here with Johan Ericsson, who is the CEO of Catella, a Scandinavian-based company that's involved in asset management and property advising. Welcome to MIPIM.
Thank you very much.
So, well, first of all, just for those that aren't familiar with your company, just give us an overview of what Catella does.
Catella is a company listed on the Stockholm Stock Exchange. We are active in property advisory services, mainly transaction advisory services. And parallel to that, we are also quite active in asset management. We have approximately 420 colleagues spread out in something like 12, 13 European countries. Basically, we are Scandinavian, but our operation in France is actually today bigger than the one we have in Sweden.
The crisis of 2008, it had a large impact, obviously, on the property market and particularly property-related companies. Were there lessons that came out of that, and what were the lessons that your company took out of that?
So the effect of the crisis is now, when we have some distance, 2 years afterwards, quite positive actually. It has strengthened the interest to go towards real estate. The market is sounder. It was quite bad times, but the end result, as it looks today, 2011, that's good.
How do you approach risk management? How do you get the right balance between getting good returns and ensuring stable and safe investments?
Well, there are many aspects on that. It's everything from ethical standards, way of working, over to balance sheet issues. And to start with, it's a question of having reliable people capable of judging situation and what to do and not to do, but also not to overexpand your activities when it's good times and when you are optimistic. And there, I think, in the Nordic region or in Scandinavia, we have had less difficulties than in some other parts of Europe during the last years, because we were not so heavily leveraged during the very active years 2005, 6, 7. And that means that our banks have been working, they've been financing property transactions also 2008 and 2009, 2010. They were reluctant, of course, in the beginning, directly after Lehman, but during end 2009, 2010, the market picked up dramatically.
I mean, you're leading a company of 400 plus employees across sort of number of countries. What's the approach that you take in trying to instill, a sense of common values across the company?
I don't think it's really scientific. It's a question of establishing common values and to work with the team, to be with them, talk with them, and just be there. It's in high-end advisory business and also in asset management, it's a team play, and it's a question of picking the right people in the beginning, keep them motivated, and be very strict on company standards and rules. Real estate, that's a really risky business. You're always talking about big values, potentially big profit, but also potentially big losses, and therefore you have to be cautious.
The trends in the market, where do you see the big trends in terms of property and real estate? What are the things that we should keep an eye on in the next couple of years?
The institutions are putting more money in real estate, turning slightly away from equity or stocks, and also government bonds, because they see it as a long-term, stable, cash flow generating asset class. And we have seen it thus far mainly towards the core plus, high quality properties, well located in major cities. Now that's actually going out into other sectors now. We are into less core markets, more opportunistic. And of course that could be a risky development, that we are positive again, we are overpricing risky assets. But at the same time, the lesson from 2007, 2008, or 2008, 2009, that's just a few years back. So I think people are quite cautious. After all, as human beings, we are creative, we are positive, basically, or in our thinking, and it will turn out good. It's the world hasn't ended at any crisis yet, so there is always a future.
What's the value of this event and the value of being able to, I guess, meet with companies and people from across the globe?
We have all the clients here. It's a fantastic opportunity to meet the market. For us, it's also an opportunity to get together. The team in Spain meets the team from Finland, and so on. So we normally start off with some internal conferences before MIPIM, or this year we have also one after on Saturday after MIPIM, and then we fill the week from Tuesday to Friday with client contact. Lot of activities. So by the end of that week you are a bit tired actually, but filled with new ideas and a lot of potential projects.
Okay, well thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate
that. That was very, very interesting. And we look forward to seeing you next year.
Yeah, we will be here.